here are my 5 solutions for you. Well, get over yourself. Don't forget that some people have it worse than you. You millennials, everything is about depression for you. But you have so much. Why are you feeling sad? Why aren't you feeling happy? Why aren't you like getting out of this dark cloud of yours? Maybe if you just, stopped complaining, you'd feel better. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how to get through dark times. Hence the black shirt. If you are going through a phase in your life where things aren't looking up, where you feel like it's just so dark, you don't think this part of your life will change, you think what has happened has ruined you, your life, your heart, the way you view things, maybe you think you lost your innocence in some aspect, you're riddled with doubt and you don't know how to process all those thoughts and all those things that are going on. And I hope that this video helps you. First step is to acknowledge what you're going through. Sometimes we try to skip that step as we think that if we ignore it long enough, if we believe and convince ourselves that we actually are not hurt, it will actually happen and our heart will get healed and we'd somehow forget what had happened. But the thing is, what we're doing is just making things worse and just burying things, and it's going to come out bursting another day when you don't expect it. So the best thing to do when maybe you get fired, or maybe you get a breakup, or your parents get a divorce, or you don't get the school you're hoping for, all those things, all those disappointments, it's good to acknowledge it and to say, okay, this is not what I expected, this is what's happening, I don't feel good about it, but again, it's not the end of the world, I'm going to get through it. Just do anything but letting it simmer inside your heart. Number 2, try to journal your thoughts. Get yourself a notebook, get yourself a pen, write down your emotions, write down your thoughts, write down the very irrational ones, unfiltered. What this allows you to do is to finally identify where you came from and how you got to that emotion. Over the years and even over the time, you just will see what are some of your patterns, how you react to certain situations, and they will be really helpful in allowing you to grow as a person. Third step, once you've written all your emotions, all your thoughts, and you've let them out on paper, try to counteract the negative words or the negative things you've thought about others or about yourself with words that are truth. For me, because I'm a Christian, I believe truth is found in the Bible, and so I write some of the things that God says about me. For example, I am wonderfully and fearfully made. I don't need to compare myself to others. I am wonderfully and fearfully made. I have the mind of Christ every time I don't feel smart enough. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. When I think that life is against me or people are against me, that's what I have to confess. I'm not saying that's easy, and honestly, a lot of my journal entries don't always contain the encouraging yourself in the Lord part, but on the days I do, it has been really, really helpful. On the same line of that, write your prayer. If you're like me and you struggle to stay focused when you pray, write it down. That has been so helpful. It's not less of a prayer because it's in written form and it's not in oral form. God sees you, God hears you, and He knows what you're going through. He is just as much present when you write your prayer as when you speak it. As you encourage yourself in the Lord, if you see that some things are really repetitive and you always fall in the same things and you always react the same negative way, or you always feel overwhelmed when you're in a certain kind of situation, write your own confessions. There are a lot of resources online, and I think I'm going to link some of them down below, but I think it's even more powerful when you go and you choose the Bible verses that apply to your situation. If you're struggling with anxiety, if you're struggling with fear, jealousy, or being always worrisome, always processing and thinking what could possibly happen, always imagining the worst case scenarios, the Bible tells us not to conform to this world and be transformed by the renewing of our minds. So what helps to do that is to actually confess what you want to believe. You may think it's kind of embarrassing or kind of like weird to do confessions. I remember being ashamed at some point in my life where I was like, am I that weak that I need to say certain things to believe them? Like, why do I need to repeat to myself that I am wonderfully and fearfully made, and I am the head and not the tail? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Sometimes we get preoccupied with how people view this or how people in our house view this, but I say, don't get embarrassed, guys. Just do it. Just scream it out. Number 5. Get into community, or don't isolate yourself when you go through a hard time. The devil loves to find you when you're alone, when you're isolated. That's when he can feed you the biggest lies about yourself, about your family, about your life. If you have those godly friends in your life, if you have friends that you know you can trust, ask them to pray with you. The most powerful moments in my life, the most powerful turning points of when I was actually very depressed and going through a very bad time was when somebody said, okay, so now I don't know how to help you, but what I know is I'm going to bring this to God. I'm going to bring this cause to God. We are not alone. You are not alone. If you're watching this video and you feel like nobody understands you, I'm willing to pray with you, so don't hesitate to write to me. I'm here for that too. I'm not just here to post videos and just let you go like that. Number 6, express your pain, guys. Express your pain. That makes a huge difference. When you have so much pain in your heart, there's something that happens. You're gonna become way more creative than when you're in your happy times. So if you like to draw, if you like to play guitar, if you like to paint, if you like to work out, do sports, you may not even know you have it in you. It's only when you start writing it down, when you start letting all those emotions flow, that you realize, oh wow, okay, I did not know I knew how to write a song, or I had no clue I knew how to write a poem. Make these times the moments where you unlock what has been hidden in your heart for so long. So, number 7, count your blessings. I know you may not like this one because I didn't like this one when I was going through stuff, when, my parents were telling me, just thank God for this or that. That's the last thing I wanted to hear. But to be honest, it's what helped me to get through my day. Thank God for giving me breath. Thank you because I have a roof over my head. Thank you because I don't have to worry about what I'm gonna eat. Thank you because even though I don't know where I'm going or where I'm going to end up, I can trust you. Just thank him for one thing every day. And I'm not saying that will solve anything, but I'm just saying it will make things a bit better. 8, get counseling. There is nothing embarrassing about going and getting some counseling. I know there's a lot of stigma around that, and recently I did get some counseling for about 5 weeks now, and it's been great. I learned a lot of things about myself and about how I function. I started understanding myself on a level I never thought even was possible. That allowed me to, to just let go of certain things and feel freer. Be less inclined to worry or fear when I don't understand certain reactions I have or certain reactions people have. So honestly, it has been really helpful. You can be a Christian and go get therapy. It does not mean you don't trust God. It doesn't mean you don't love God. It just means you want to understand what's going on and you need help. Actually recognizing that you need help is the biggest, strongest, most self-aware thing that you can do for yourself. If you're too proud to go get counseling, if you think counseling is for weak people, counseling is for people who are going through some deep stuff. Yeah, counseling is for those people, but it's also for people like you. People who just have a few issues, some questions they have about their life, about themselves, about other people. Just like there is nobody on this planet that does not need to go to the doctors at least once in their life. There isn't one person on this planet that does not need to go get counseling. I have the link down in the description below if you want Christian counseling. If you're not a Christian and you still want to get counseling, there are a lot of resources out there for you. I saw there was a website called BetterHelp. I've never tried that one, but I did try the Christian one, and I can say it's been really, really good. Number 10, these are some of the songs that have been really helpful during some sad times. The songs that I found very, very helpful are Seasons, where the lyrics say, "You're the God of seasons, and I'm just in the winter. Although the winter is long, even greater, the harvest it brings." Those lyrics, I love them because it shows you that whatever you're going through, it's going to be a season. And the second song is called New Wine. The lyrics say, "In the crushing, in the pressing, you are making new wine." When we're crushed, when we're pressed, God is making new wine. God is making something new out of our lives, and good things are going to come out of it. So I hope this video was helpful to you. And if you've got any other advice on how to make it through some tough times in your life, please comment below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, I really appreciate each and every one of your comments, of your feedback, of your responses. So I'm going to reply to you. If you leave a comment, if you leave me a message, please comment below. Please comment below. Please comment. Bye-bye.